Hello and welcome, I'm Izzy at Minerva. In today's video we're continuing our effortless pattern series, which is a little mini series showing you how to create some really simple garments just from a few straightforward body measurements. The process is really simple to follow through and we're going to have a lot of fun today. So today's video we're going to look at how to create this, which is a beautiful little sheared sundress. This is so simple and so easy to create. Now, one of the key features of this is basically that it's a sheared top around the bust, and so in order to follow along today you are going to need to know how to shear, and we do have a separate video which talks all about shearing techniques, do's and don'ts, and what to do if you're having issues or problems with it. Once you've got the technique down, it is so much fun to play around with and a fantastic way of creating shape to an otherwise shapeless garment. So in today's video, I'm going to talk you through how to measure your body, how to cut out your fabric. There's no pattern required. We're just going to cut straight into our fabric. And then I'm also going to show you how to sew the garment together. So it's a complete video, a complete demo, and at the end I'll showcase what my version looks like. I honestly can't wait to see your versions at home. So if you do follow along this video, please do tag us here at Minerva, and also share your creation on our Minerva website where you can tag the fabric that you've used, and also just share what it looks like. So to follow along today, you're going to need just some really simple tools. You're going to need some shearing elastic, which you can purchase from our website. We'll tag it below the video. Some plain cotton that is going to match with your fabric of choice, and a tape measure to measure your body. You may also want some chalk to mark up your fabric, or a fabric pen. Now, in today's video, I've chosen this gorgeous Minerva exclusive Easel Energy viscose challis, which is one of my favourite types of fabric base. It's really drapey. Now, the reason I've picked this is because it is incredibly lightweight, so this shearing is going to work really nicely with this fabric because it's going to bunch it together really nicely and really dramatically. If I'd picked a thicker fabric like a linen or something like a twill, the shearing wouldn't be as effective in gathering the fabric together. So the only requirement I'd recommend for following along with this video is that you choose a lightweight fabric. Now, it could be a lawn cotton or some type of lightweight cotton, and actually jersey as well would work really well for this as well. So do have a play with your fabric choice. This one is obviously a viscose based fabric that I'm showing you today. Next, we're going to do two body measurements. We only need two measurements to do this garment, so let's do it together. The first one that we want to do is our bust measurement. So this is around our fullest part of our bust or chest. Take a big breath in and out again. Make sure that that tape measure is sitting nice and straight all the way around your bust. Fit 2 fingers between yourself and the bust so that you've got a nice bit of ease there. Okay, and then take that measurement and write that down. The next one you want to do is basically imagine that the top of the dress is like around here underneath our armpit, and measure from your armpit down to the length of the garment that where you want the hem to be effectively, and write that down as well. Okay, now the fabric on the table here, I've cut a nice straight perpendicular line from the folded edge. I've folded the fabric in half, so I've got the fold here and the selvage is up here, doubled over. So we've got 2 layers of fabric. Okay, to start off with, we're going to cut out our straps, and then we've got the rest of the fabric to play around with. So I'm going to do any line markings using a Sharpie tool pen on the fabric. Obviously this is a permanent marker, but I'm using it so you can see it in the screen above. If you're at home, please do use some chalk or an erasable pen to annotate your fabric, because we're working straight onto the fabric. Okay, so we've washed and ironed our fabric. This is the folded edge and this is the selvage up here. Now I've cut the fabric to make sure it's got a nice sharp right angle at this point here. And what I want to do is just cut a strip all the way across that is 7 centimeters deep. So just mark that 7 centimeter offset from your cut edge and then cut it out using a nice sharp pair of scissors. Then just remove that piece, that strip away, and pop it to one side while we cut out the rest of the dress. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to cut out 2 pieces, 2 rectangles, just really straightforward rectangles. The width of the rectangle is going to be the width of our bust, so our full bust, and the length is obviously going to be the length from our underarm to our hem, plus we need to allow for hemline, so hem and seam allowance on the top and the bottom, and we also need to allow for a little bit of shrinkage of the fabric where the shirring just sort of like pulls it up a little bit. So the shirring is going to like bunch the fabric in, but it also like concertinas it up a little bit too. So we're going to add an extra like 10 centimeters just to allow us a little bit of ease. Now the hemline may be there or thereabouts, something you want to play with, and also the amount of shrinkage will depend on your fabric. So this is just a very relaxed way of designing. We're not going to get 100% accuracy. The hem is not going to be exactly where we think it will be, and that's something you can play around with once you've finished everything else of the garment. You can hem it where you want it to be. So always add a little bit more than you think you might need to the length so that you can play about with it. So currently the fabric is folded in half like this. I want you to measure from the selvage just half the length of your bust. So my bust was 88 centimeters, so half of my bust is actually just 44. So I'm just going to mark a little point at 44 there. And what I then want to do is refold the fabric so that the fold line is at this 44 centimeters, so at half your bust measurement. Okay, so the length of folded over fabric is, for me, 44 centimeters. For you, it will be something completely different depending on your circumference of your bust in total. Once you've folded your length of fabric in half, you're then going to cut down this side here. Okay, and then just measure the length of the dress that you want. Add 10 centimeters to it and just mark that offset all the way along your fabric. And then just cut along that line. Use that as a base to then cut your second rectangle so that you've got two rectangles that are both the width of your bust. Okay, now that we've cut out our fabric, let's start to sew. With right sides together, the very first thing that we're going to do is to pin and sew the side seam of the dress together. Once you've pinned the side seams, just sew using your standard 1.5 centimeter seam allowance or 5/8 of an inch, and then finish it using your preferred method. So you can overlock it, you can pinking shear it, you can French seam it if you want to, just finish it however you want. And obviously, once you've done one side seam, repeat the same process for the other side seam. I've just finished and overlocked the raw edge at the top up here, and then I've folded down the wrong sides together the entire perimeter of the top, and I've folded it under by 2 centimeters, given it a nice press so it's nice and sharp, and I've also pinned it in place. Now, what we're going to do next is a whole series of shearing, and we're going to basically shear from the top down however much you want. So this is a complete personal preference. You may want to grab a tape measure and measure from your underarm down to about where you think you want it to stop. And for me, that's probably about 20 centimeters. So what you could do is sort of mark on the fabric using your chalk pen or a fabric pen, 20 centimeters below your hem. Okay, so that's where you think that you want to stop, but don't forget that as you sew using your shearing thread, the elastic of the shearing is going to both bring it in and also bring it down, as in like make it narrower up here. So add another 5 centimeters just to give yourself a little bit of room for the fabric to shift and move around. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do a line of shearing 1.5 centimeters from the top up here. So it's going to be our first line. And the reason why it's going to be 1.5 centimeters is because 1.5 centimeters means that the first line of stitching is actually going to capture the folded edge of the top of the garment. So it's all going to be tucked in really nicely by the first line of shearing. Okay, so once you've done your first line of shearing, then continue to do lines of shearing all the way down to the point where you think it needs to finish. At that point, we're then going to try it on and check. We may want to do more shearing, or you may be happy with it, the length that it is. Okay, So let's do our shearing together. Now we do have a really great video talking to you all about how to do shearing. And if you're not sure how to do it, please do refer to that video. Joe has done an excellent video there all about how to problem solve and how to set up your machine properly. Obviously each machine is different, so do take a look at your manual to learn how to do shearing. As a quick recap, in terms of shearing, first of all, you want to wind your shearing thread around your bobbin, and you want to do that manually, not on your machine. So do that manually and just make sure you've got a reasonable amount of tension. Don't pull it too tight as you wind it up, but don't just let it go really slack. It kind of wants to be like a firmly wound around the bobbin. My second top tip is your settings on your machine. Change your stitch length to as high as it can go. So, and usually it's like 2.5, isn't it? 2.4 millimeters. Change it up to 5 or whatever the highest is for your machine. And also change the tension so that it's also as high as possible. So usually my machine is about 4, the tension is about 4. Change it up to the highest. So for me, 8 or 9. And then finally, my third top tip is just to make sure that you insert your bobbin correctly into your machine. Now, and also that it's been threaded and that the bobbin thread has come all the way through from the bottom of the machine all the way through to the top of the plate, so that you've brought it all the way through. Now, what often happens, I have found with machines, is that the bobbin thread doesn't thread properly, and that just means that there's no tension as it sews, so it ends up being all bobbly underneath. So do make sure that it's threaded correctly, and if you're not sure if it's threaded correctly, thread a normal bobbin with a normal thread and video that process as you do it and see how the thread looks in the bobbin case once it's been threaded correctly and sewn a couple of lines of stitches. And then make sure that your thread of your shearing elastic is doing exactly the same thing, because it's thicker, sometimes it doesn't quite take correctly, even if everything's automatic on your machine. Okay. So now that you've got those basic principles, give it a go and then refer to Joe's video if you need any further support in sewing parallel lines of shearing stitches all the way down the top of your garment. And of course, as you shear your fabric, make sure that the right side of the fabric is facing up on your machine so that the elastic in the bobbin is going to be on the wrong side of the fabric. Great, okay, so here is our gorgeous little dress. It's starting to really take shape, literally. Do go and try it on to make sure that you're happy with the length of this section here. And once you are happy with it, we're then going to look at fitting the straps. So we cut one massive long strip, didn't we, to start off with, of fabric. And my fabric was 1.5 centimeters wide. So what we're going to do now is just fold it in half lengthways and just pin in place to start off with. Great, once you've pinned it like this, we're then just going to sew using a 1.5 centimeter seam allowance all the way around and finish using your preferred method. Don't forget to change the tension of your sewing machine back after all that shearing. Change it all the way back down to where it should usually be for your tension, and also your stitch length back to a normal stitch length. And of course your bobbin thread as well, make sure that that's returned back to your normal standard thread. Once you've sewn the right side of the fabrics together to create this massive one big huge strap, then just use a safety pin or a turning tool to turn the fabric around so that it's right sides facing out. Excellent, and once it's turned out, just go and give it a nice press so the edges are all beautifully nice and sharp. Once you've pressed that, just fold it in half and then snip it up at the top. Now finish these edges however you want. You can fold one under and then under again so it creates a nice smooth finish, or you can just overlock the ends. Overlock just one end of each of the strips, or finish one end of each of the strips and leave the other one raw. Next, grab your dress, and I actually want you to pop it on. So pop it on your body in front of a mirror, making sure that the side seams, which can be quite tricky to see, but making sure that the two side seams are definitely at the side of your body. And then I want you to mark with a safety pin or some chalk or whatever you want, where you want the front and the back of your straps to be, as in where you want them to like sit in the garment. For everyone that's going to be different. You might well want to put on the bra that you intend to wear with this dress, if you've got a specific colour or one that you particularly want to wear with this style of garment, and make sure that the straps are aligning with your bra straps so that it's going to sit really nicely and neatly over your bra straps. Okay, so at this point I have the whole dress in like strapped up, so it's all looking good. That's the length that I want it. Those straps are in the place that I want them to be. But on the back of the garment, I do have these two long strips of fabric. So the first thing that I want to do is I actually want to just trim down these so that they just overlap the top by a couple of inches. So cut those off, the long tails that you don't need. And then just finish those using whatever method you want, however you finish the front. Okay, and then very simply, all you want to do is you just want to sew these straps in place. So when you're sewing them, you basically just want to sew over the line of stitches that you've already got going so it doesn't interfere with the visual aesthetics. So I would recommend that your strap actually extends down past the top, so you can sew at least two sections like this. So you can sew one line of stitches there and another one there, running in line with the two lines of shirring right there and there. So sew all four straps in place, tucking the straps down onto the inside of the garment. Okay, great. Let's now do the hem. I'm going to overlock it to finish off the raw edges to start off with. Okay, so for my hem, I've turned it up 4 centimeters. That's how much it needed. Finished and then pressed it and then popped a whole load of pins in all the way around at the length that I want my hem to be. I'm just going to sew that now, and then once I've sewn it, let's go and take a look and see what it looks like. Here's our gorgeous little sundress. I love the way it's so effortlessly fitted across the top, and those little straps just give it the gorgeous little detail and structure it needs to hold the whole dress up. Now the length of it is completely up to you, but just the simplicity of how we designed it is really gorgeous, and I've really loved creating this for you. I do hope you really enjoyed watching along today, and please do make this at home. It's so straightforward, so simple, and a lot of fun for summer fun. So thanks for joining me today. I've been Izzy at Minerva. We have a whole series of videos that you can watch that are garments made in a similar sort of way, so effortless, pattern-free patterns effectively, just using a couple of your body measurements. So I'll see you next time.